Okay, so as you can see, again, we have some key expressions to be useful, like, asking about performance or setting goals. So different actually phrases that you can use. As I told you, I remember that
Yeah.
I discussed it. There are different phrases, not
Mm.
only these phrases. So, for example, the most
Mm.
common, if you want to ask about performance, okay? Expression like, how are things
Yeah.
going with? This is like a natural,
Mhm.
commonly is how are things going with something, for example, with the project. So formal, informal
Mm.
depends. So I want to say that, like, what do you consider were your success and failure? This is completely formal, okay? And when
Mhm.
you're asking,
Yeah.
but if it's like your work place or your colleague or for example your area, so you can have better way, like more natural to check in progress. So I don't know, just how are things going with your project, or for example, can you give me a quick update on something? Again, you are
Mm.
asking about performance.
Mm.
Or for example, okay, are we on track to meet, for example, the quarterly, just, I don't know, budget, something like this. So different phrases. But of course, you can use these phrases. And for setting goals, let me see, can I
Mm.
identify that as a person? Yeah, of course. So it's
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's set some clear priorities. We want to set our
Yeah.
goals. So I can say
Yeah.
that let's set clear priorities. So it's another
Yeah.
way to say. Okay, well, let's see. So we have this word and you can use it, but of course, too formal, some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
And now what we have, let's see. Have you ever had to deal with the situation? So, like, what is the situation? There has been a complaint about an employee from a colleague in the same office. So, have you ever experienced something like this?
Mm. Yeah. I think.
And
I
how
think.
did you
Yeah.
deal with?
Yeah, because I think that mean I think the cost the 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 cost is a problem in the office maybe related to resources. So maybe I will I could it plans
Hmm.
uh, the situation that's like a resources or some problem impact outside of the
Yeah,
control. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I think that because it's in actually it's depend on the situation and the case by case. Yeah.
yes, of course. But actually, I have another question. So, uh, customer or colleague? I'm asking you when there is a complaint here, so from, I don't know, maybe a client, a customer. So
Mm.
who's right? Your colleague or customer?
Sorry.
So there is a complaint, okay?
Mm.
And
Mm.
about, it's not from.
Yeah.
There is a
Yeah.
complaint about your colleague, yeah?
Mm.
So, uh, who is right? The customer who made the complaint or your colleague, and you are sure that there is nothing wrong with your colleague's work, so you are sure about it. You know that your colleague is always just uh always that is perfect, or her perfect job, but there is a complaint here for any reason. Okay, now I'm asking you, because we have like a really important business, we always say that, okay, customer is always right. I'm asking
Yeah.
you, yeah, if you believe in
Yeah.
this,
Yes.
even if your
Yeah.
colleague is right, so how
Yeah.
we can deal with this situation?
Yeah. I think yeah I agree that a customer always rise. Yes. Um. But the customer and employee are different. Very different. So for the customer, I think we don't. maybe we no need to explain more further, because maybe they don't know, or maybe I think maybe it's impact into the information, maybe impact negative impact into the product, and something like that. So I think maybe uh, we listen and record uh, some the complaint from them, and put them into internal process to improve the product. I think it's
Yeah,
maybe better.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
When
course.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, and we have another one, another situation. An employee is going to be made redundant because of restructuring. So, of course, so I think sometimes how can you deal with? Of course, we can't deal with this situation. So there is no worried to say, okay, so someone is going to be made redundant. So, okay, so if you were in this situation and maybe it's
yeah,
about this employee is your colleague from the same office. What would
yeah.
you what would you do? So nothing. We can't do anything.
But yeah, I just want to clear about the meaning of the situation. That means when company do restruct the
Yes.
company, right? So after that, maybe some employee they don't have, maybe
Yes.
not fit, or maybe they don't have tasks to do, or maybe they don't have job to do, right?
Definitely, of course, sometimes,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
changes, yeah, are
yeah,
made.
yeah.
And of course,
Yeah,
unfortunately, mhm,
it really has situation, because if if I make decision about the structure, I always thinking about the job of the employee first. And maybe some people they may lose the job, or they may not task to do. Maybe I talk straightforward to them that they have, I will design some scenario for them. The first, maybe they have to learn some new skill, or do something they don't like, or maybe they uh, they can left the company. That means we can pay for them
yeah,
some, yeah, a patch that help them can find a new job, and maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
of
So I
course,
think yeah, I think maybe we need to clear to the
yeah.
straightforward the information first.
Definitely. I definitely agree with you. So if something like this is going to be done, is going to be just, done by employers or for example, managers, it's really important to let employees know in advance. So it's,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, of course, because they need to get ready for this situation. So for example,
yeah,
okay, everything is okay. And then just during 1 month, okay, so because of restructuring, okay, we need to make some changes. And then, okay, we don't need you and you and you. So, okay, and it
yeah,
takes time. Yes, I definitely agree with you. So it's like, whenever a company just goes through restructuring, of course,
yeah,
there's always risk that some employees may no longer have suitable roles. Yes.
yeah,
So, or maybe sufficient task. In these cases, so maybe a job. And so while such changes are sometimes, of course, unavoidable, so we have them, it's really critical to prioritize their well-being when making
yeah,
decision. Yeah. So like,
yeah,
okay, if certain positions are affected, yeah, why not?
yeah,
I would be upfront with employees and of course outline possible path forward so you can do this. Okay, then
yeah,
one option could be, for example, I don't know, retraining or developing maybe new skills. Why not, as you
yeah,
said? I
yeah,
definitely agree with you. So honest communication, clear
Yeah.
and honest communication is essential during times of changes. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you, but unfortunately, we don't have these policies. Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, the
Mm,
feedback on an
mm,
employee's recent performance has been very poor. So what can we do? This is really, uh,
mm.
we can say vital, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's so challenging. For example,
Yeah. Yeah.
we have an employee who's been working for example, a company for many years. Now,
Yeah.
recently, unfortunately, we have this, like, per performance for different reasons. Okay, so what can we do?
Yeah. I think it 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 may be it's popular in it's in a lot of company. So I think as a manager, I think the first I think it's the problem by myself because because maybe some maybe they don't know the purpose they don't have the ways or the to do it and how to do it. So I think I need to if I am the manager, I will talk or discuss to them and to find um find the the cause of the problem. Maybe purpose, maybe the way, or maybe they don't remember their performance. So after know the reason or the causes of the problem, I will
Yes.
say to them some ways or some key to finish to finish.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
deal with, of course. So,
Yeah.
just the word popular is not correct. Definitely no. So, it's quite common. It's quite common
Mm.
in many companies. Yeah, of course. So,
Yeah.
yes, as a
Mm-hmm.
manager, you would
Mm.
first take responsibility. So, you can
Yes.
say,
Mm, 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 mm,
as a
mm, mm.
manager,
Mm.
I would take responsibility. That is really important. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And since the issue might be that maybe employees don't fully understand the purpose or
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to carry it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, in that case, you would have a conversation with them to identify the root
Mm.
cause. You know, what is
Yeah.
the
Yes.
root cause?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah. And of course,
Yeah.
just the problem and then work toward a solution. So, yes, agree with you. Now,
Yeah.
let's
And
listen.
the
Yes.
way the way can I use methods? Maybe better
Yeah.
methods. Yeah. Method. Yeah.
Method.
Yeah.
A
Method
method.
to make feedback or to yeah to do the performance maybe
Yes.
better than the way that what I use.
Definitely, definitely how
Yeah.
to. So it's like,
Yeah.
we have how to do something. So it's really important how to identify, and then the most
Mm.
important is how to care,
Mm.
how to deal with, how to
Mm.
tackle. So this one is
Mm.
important. The way,
Mm.
your method,
Yeah.
your way, okay, of
Mm.
course, is so different, and it's different, definitely affect the way that
Mm.
you solve the problem. Well, listen to the start of two conversation. First, of course, the first one is done, but it's not bad to listen, matches conversation to a situation, and how does the employee react in each conversation? So let's see what it is. Okay, 13.3.
14.3. 1.
Hi, thank you for coming at such short notice. Take a seat.
No problem.
Is everything okay?
No, not really. Look, I'm going to get straight to the point. I've received a complaint about you from someone in your office.
Who? Was it Rachel who works in...
Well, before we go any further, I'm not going to say who reported it, but I'd like to tell you what I've been told, and then I'd like to hear your side of the story.
2.
Hello, come in.
Thanks.
I've asked you here this morning because there's something we need to discuss.
Sure. Is it about the current restructuring?
Yes, it is. This is rather delicate, but as you know, we've been reviewing the current level of staffing.
And you want to make me redundant. I guessed this was coming.
Well, I realise it isn't easy for you to hear this, and it wasn't an easy decision to make, but we don't have much choice.
Well, so the first conversation, the problem.
The first complaint
First-
about the employee from the college,
Yes. Yeah, of course, from
and
oh,
and she expressed a little bit angry
yes, of
about
course,
that
yeah.
situation.
She reacted angrily, yes. And the second
Yeah.
one,
Second one mentioned the situation in the employee is going to be made redundant because of restructuring. So he expressed disappointed.
yeah, of course. So like, and I think actually the employee had expected that. Yeah.
It disappoints mean because he's not he will be redundant because the restructuring. So
Yeah, I was
he
like,
feel
the employee had expected it. So it
yeah
was not surprising.
yeah.
Yeah. And now let's listen. And of course, number the phrases in order you hear them. So let's say, okay, I'll just, okay, again.
14.3. 1.
Hi, thank you for coming at such short notice. Take a seat.
No problem. Is everything okay?
No, not really. Look, I'm going to get straight to the point. I've received a complaint about you from someone in your office.
Who? Was it Rachel who works in...
Well, before we go any further, I'm not going to say who reported it, but I'd like to tell you what I've been told, and then I'd like to hear your side of the story.
2.
Hello, come in.
Thanks.
I've asked you here